How to install a unique home design surface-mounted premium security screen door. First, begin by removing the packaging from the door. Next, remove any screens and set aside. Included with your door are side and top jambs, bottom bar, threshold plate and template, fasteners, and instructions. Remove styrofoam and discard. Carefully cut binding to remove lock side jamb. If glass is included, flip the door over and carefully loosen the screws that hold the glass panel into place. Remove the glass panel and set aside. Finally, remove tape from the hinge side jamb. Please note that the hardware such as handle set and door closer are not included with this door. Your security door is designed to work with a 2 3/8 inch backset hardware which can be purchased at your local home improvement store. To begin the installation, check your entryway trim for any obstacles that may interfere with the installation. In this example, the doorbell needs to be moved to a different location. The outside dimension of the door is 38.5 inches, including the jambs and reveals. Using the 38.5 inch width dimension, find the center and mark the trim in the 4 locations as shown. The hinge side jamb should be located on the same side as your entry door hinges. Make sure to line up the hinge side jamb with the marks you made. Pay close attention so that the male end of the hinge is pointed upward. The top of the hinge side jamb should rest 1/8 of an inch above the bottom of the trim as shown here, and should be even with the side trim. Once satisfied, drive 2 of the temporary screws included into the middle holes of the inside jamb to secure into place. Make sure the washers on the male side hinges are in place. Once the hinge side jamb is secure with temporary screws, carefully lift the door and gently place it onto the hinges. The door should easily swing back and forth. Using the top jamb and the marks made earlier as a reference, line up the lock side jamb and drive 2 of the temporary screws included in the middle holes to secure in place. Next, drive 2 temporary screws to secure the top jamb in place. Using a 3/16 inch drill bit, pre-drill a hole at the top and bottom of the hinge side jamb. Next, drive 2 one-way screws into the top and bottom of the hinge side jamb using the one-way driver tool provided. Remove the temporary screws on the hinge side jamb and pre-drill using a 3/16 inch drill bit. Next, drive 2 one-way screws in the middle holes of the hinge side jamb. Check to see if the door springs open as shown here. If so, it will need to be adjusted. Insert the thick end of a shim between the door and the jamb and close with moderate pressure to relax the hinges as shown here. The door should now stay closed on its own. Hardware is not included with this model. Visit your local home improvement store to purchase the lock set. Your security door is designed to work with the 2 3/8 inch backset hardware. Install the hardware you've purchased separately by following the manufacturer's instructions included with the hardware. If the door sticks out from the door jamb, it is not completely plumb. Use a shim to compensate as shown here. Once satisfied, pre-drill the top and bottom holes of the lock side jamb with a 3/16 inch drill bit. Drive 2 one-way screws in the top and bottom holes of the lock side jamb using the one-way driver tool provided. Remove the 2 temporary screws in the middle holes of the lock side jamb. Pre-drill using a 3/16 inch drill bit and secure into place with the one-way screws provided. Remove the 2 temporary screws in the holes of the top jamb. Pre-drill using the 3/16 inch drill bit and secure into place with the one-way screws provided. The bottom bar expands to fit the width of your door. Carefully put each end of the bottom bar into the bottom of each jamb as shown here. Make sure the top of the bottom bar is aligned and slightly below the outside edge of your existing threshold plate. Secure in place with the screws provided. Using a pencil, carefully trace the contour of your entryway trim onto the threshold plate. Optionally, you can trace the contour onto a cardboard template included with the door and then transfer it to the threshold plate. Once satisfied, cut the threshold plate to fit the entryway. Test the fit and trim as needed. Attach the threshold plate to the bottom bar with the screws provided as shown here. Adjust the bug sweep until there is no light visible. Once satisfied, attach the bug sweep with the screws provided. Use the touch-up paint provided to paint all screws. Carefully reattach the glass or screen panel. Do not over-tighten the screws. As an option, you can caulk the inside of the door to seal against bugs. And that's all there is to installing a surface mount premium security screen door by Unique Home Designs. Thank you for visiting helpmeinstallit.com.